YouthSpire Recharge, our online youth group for you. This week we are diving into one of my personal favourite scriptures. So in today's Recharge we're going to be talking about where Jesus brings a girl back from the dead. But we know that she really wasn't dead, as Jesus says in the story, this girl is not dead but asleep. This ties in with our Recharge theme, as Jesus is literally bringing this girl from 0 to 100%. He is giving her new life in a sense and is recharging her. This scripture can be found in Mark 5, verse 35 to 43. While he was still speaking, there came from the ruler's house some who said, "Your daughter is dead. Why trouble the teacher any further?" But overhearing what they said, Jesus said to the ruler of the synagogue, "Do not fear, only believe." And he allowed no one to follow him except Peter and James and John, the brother of James. They came to the house of the ruler of the synagogue, and Jesus saw a commotion, people weeping and wailing loudly. And when he had entered, he said to them, "Why are you making a commotion and weeping? The child is not dead, but sleeping." And they laughed at him. But he put them all outside, and took the child's father and mother, and those who were with him, and went in where the child was. Taking her by the hand, he said to her, "Talitha koum," which means, "Little girl, I say to you, arise." And immediately the girl got up and began walking, for she was 12 years of age. And they were immediately overcome with amazement. And he strictly charged them that no one should know this, and told them to give her something to eat. So when you read scripture, you see it in a different light. You gain new perspectives, new ideas. And I've read this scripture many times, but when you take into account situations and your current life, you look at it in a different light. And so today, when reading the scripture, I found that it is really calling us out to say, Jesus is going to recharge you. He's going to believe in you all the time, and he's really going to lend you that hand when you need saving. You know, I found that this scripture calls us out in our procrastination and our laziness. If we're going through a spiritual drought, this scripture calls us out and says, arise, come out of your sleep, you know? And whereas the world is so easily going to give up on you, you know, the world is so easily going to mark you off as dead or unworthy or as not enough, God is going to look at you and say, no, she's only sleeping. She has life in her. And God is going to see that even that ounce of light, and he's going to arise you. So overall, we can see that Jesus is going to see us in our brokenness and in our mess, and he's going to look at us and he's going to know exactly what to do. He's going to give us that helping hand, and he's going to say, "Talitha koum, little girl, I say to you, arise." Or it's also known to translate to "precious one, arise." And Jesus is going to, not only is he going to give you that helping hand to get up out of your slump, but he's going to say, we can arise together. He's not going to make you arise by yourself or have to do this by yourself. He's going to do it with you. So overall, this scripture, it really shows us that God is always with us, even in our darkest moments, even when we're tired, even when we feel as though we're dead, and he's going to recharge us. And so this week, I encourage you to figure out how you can help someone recharge, figure out how you can give someone a helping hand, and if you see that they need someone to help them get back up, to bounce back up, why don't you be that person for them that day?